Hi guys, it's me, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Miss Dior from the house of Dior. Best to worst. So I know that there's a million flankers. I know that this has been reformulated a million times, so there's a lot of different versions. I have four versions here that I'll be doing mini reviews of. I will be talking about them in order of the release date, so from the earliest to latest, with the versions that I have. And then at the very end of this video, I will be ranking them from my least favorite to my most favorite. And yeah, so it's gonna be a super long video. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, I have Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. This, where's my sample here? Blooming Bouquet. This was released in 2014. There's what the bottle looks like. The bottles of this entire line are absolutely gorgeous. I think that they're probably the nicest bottles, or one of the nicest bottle collections that I've seen ever, designs. Really, really, really nice. So Blooming Bouquet 2014. I already have it here. This perfume is basically a sparkling floral perfume. The florals in here are peony and rose, but to my nose, I hardly get any rose. It's mostly about the peony. That's what my nose picks up the most in this perfume. It's very fresh, very light and bright. It smells, in the opening, it kind of smells a little bit like a body spray to me. Not in a bad way though. It just smells like very pleasant, light, body spray-ish kind of smell. The peony in this fragrance is very, very watery. There's some sweetness in here as well. Some fruits come that gives a little bit more sweetness to it. The fruits in here are mandarin, apricot, and peach. It's hard to distinguish though what kind of fruits they are. You can just smell like a fruity smell, but it's not like a dominant one fruit smell. It's just like a mixed fruit bowl, which by the way I can barely smell. It's very, very faint. So Blooming Bouquet, I think it smells really, really nice. I will say though that the performance on my skin is really, really, really terrible. In the dry down of this perfume, it smells quite musky, like an inoffensive, musky floral scent. Barely there, like literally. I have to put my hand really up close and look for it because that's how light this fragrance is. This fragrance is called Blooming Bouquet, but I don't know, I guess I'm picturing flowers actually blooming from a garden, or like a freshly cut bouquet of flowers, but I don't really get that in this fragrance. It's like everything in here just feels like it's very, very subdued and faint and weak, if I'm being honest about it. And I guess all in all, to me, it just feels like, say that there's like a floral garden quite far away and then it's kind of windy and breezy. So this breeze would pick up this nice floral scent and then you would like barely smell it in the air, which by the way smells really, really nice. But for me, there are some serious performance issues with Blooming Bouquet. All right, so the next one here I want to talk about is Absolutely Blooming. That's right here. There is the bottle. Again, really, really, really gorgeous bottle. This was released in 2016. The opening of this perfume is really, really pretty. To me, it's like a berry explosion. There's a lot of fruits in here, lots of berry kind of fruits. So raspberry, blackcurrant, pomegranate, that kind of berry smell all mixed together. It reminds me a little bit of La Vie est Belle in the opening, which I know that a lot of you guys already know about. An intense, fruity scent, creamy as well. It's really bold, kind of candy-like. The fruits in here are also very jammy on my skin, very juicy. And you know what? It reminds me a little bit also of the opening of Lancôme Trésor à la Folie. Very, very familiar. So the opening, although smells really nice, it's nothing new here, you guys. Very, very, very familiar scent, I'm sure, to a lot of you. So as this fragrance dries down on my skin, I get some musk in here. Along with this musk, I get a faint floral scent. Peony and rose are the florals in here, just like in Blooming Bouquet. But again, it's mostly peony. I don't really pick up the rose much in here at all. And on top of that, I get like this sprinkle of powder, which is very, very slight, but you can definitely smell it in here. So all in all, I would say this perfume is very, very girly. Of course, anyone can wear this fragrance, men, women, of course, or any ages, but when I smell this, I'm picturing a very girly and feminine kind of woman. Very pretty and proper. It's just a very likable and fun fragrance, like an everyday scent. It's inoffensive. And I would say that most people would probably like this scent, although it's not really groundbreaking or super original. It's just a really nice, pleasant perfume that you can throw on and smell good throughout the day if it lasts on you. But I guess in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that it's quite generic. And I don't like using that word so much, but that's what the perfect way to describe this. It's generic, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Because it's a very, very familiar scent that probably a lot of people around you, say at work or whatever, would smell something already like. Okay, so the next one here is the Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. That one was released in 2017. Oops, the sample just fell out. But that's what the bottle looks like. Very, very beautiful. But let's first talk about actually the 2012 version of this. I just want to mention it very quickly because I know that this in particular has been reformulated, and I just want to bring up the 2012 version very quickly. The 2012 EDP versus the 2017 EDP are very, very, very different. The 2012 one is awesome. I really, really like it. It's like a zesty, fresh mandarin scent in the opening. Very fresh, very bright, very vibrant, happy. The patchouli in the 2012 version was really subdued, so it didn't really overpower anything, and it just smelled really, really nice and clean, like a rich floral rosy musk. Very comforting and elegant, and I really like the 2012 version. So let's fast forward now to the 2017 version. Still a nice bottle. Let me see here, EDP here. And this one kind of leaves me a little bit confused how different the 2012 version versus the 2017 version is. So the 2017 version smells a little bit warm and nutty on my skin, and I don't think there are any nutty notes in here, but on me it's like a roasted nuttiness in the opening. I also get some zesty citrus in here, a soapy faint rose smell as well, a faint patchouli, and a pink pepper. That's what I pick up in the 2017 version. So in a nutshell, the 2017 Miss Dior EDP Eau de Parfum is a very, very disappointing skin scent. Very boring in my opinion. It's a nice bottle and everything, but it's just very, very disappointing. It just feels very, I don't even know. It just feels really weak and just, I don't even know what more to say about it. The patchouli just doesn't smell, there's just something about this fragrance that just doesn't work at all on my skin, but the 2012 version is really, really nice. So that was Miss Dior EDP. The last one here I want to talk about is Miss Dior EDT Eau de Toilette. This is the newest version, 2019. Okay. So this opens on my skin as a very, very, very harsh, screechy patchouli scent, mixed with some citrus. The citrus in here is blood orange and mandarin, but I don't really get that on my skin. I get mostly this very strange, awkward, screechy musk, chemically musk. And it really honestly doesn't smell like much. I do get this really weird musky patchouli scent the whole way through in this fragrance, even though there's other notes in here that kind of come in and out. In here there's also florals, rose and lily of the valley, but I don't really smell that either so much in here. Like there is like a faint floral scent behind this awkward musky, screechy patchouli scent, but it doesn't really come forward. It's always in the background and very, very faint. And basically with Miss Dior EDT, I get, like, as I said, this really unpleasant smelling patchouli smell slash musk smell. And then I also get this fresh pink pepper smell. There's just nothing happens on my skin with this. There's not a lot of transitions. It just kind of sits there lifeless. And I just, 2017 version EDT is just not, does just not work well on me at all. All right, guys, so let's rank these ones quickly. My least favorites of these are obviously Miss Dior EDP and EDT. I wouldn't say one is worse than the other. They're equally unpleasant on my skin personally. It's just very bland. I find them to be quite bland and uninspiring and unoriginal, very disappointing. Performance is really terrible on me. And I don't know, like, they're really nice to look at, the bottles, but I think that if I even owned them, I literally would never ever reach for them. Okay, so in second place here, my second favorite is Blooming Bouquet. And by the way, I have this cute little mini of it here. Look at that. It's not really focusing, but it's so, so cute. And then the bottom has like this houndstooth pattern. I just am in love with these bottles, if not just for the display of it or just to own such a pretty looking bottle. Blooming Bouquet. I think Blooming Bouquet smells okay, but it's not really exciting. I don't think I'd ever reach for this either, even if I owned it. There would be other things I would rather wear. And also with this one, although this does perform better than the EDT and the EDP, it still doesn't perform well at all either. So that would be the reason why I wouldn't wear this. But I do think it's a nice, fresh, watery floral scent, but nothing that I would probably reach for. And finally, the number one spot goes obviously to Absolutely Blooming. This is definitely by far the best of these fragrances, not including the 2012 version, which is discontinued, obviously. Yeah, this is the best one for me. It's not really different from a lot of things that I've smelled in the past. Like I said, it smells very similar to La Vie Belle or Trésor à la Folie by Lancôme. Not exactly, but it kind of reminds me of, this one reminds me of those two fragrances. It's fruity and sweet, it's mass appealing. Most people would say, you smell nice if you wear this, I think. But it's quite ordinary at the same time. Not very challenging, but this one is like the one that lasts the longest out of all of these, but that's not saying much. It's just like average longevity with this one. I haven't really timed it, but when I was testing it, I did notice the Absolutely Blooming one to definitely like last a lot longer than the other ones. Okay, so before I go, I do want to mention my absolute favorite from the Miss Dior collection, and I didn't review it, but it is discontinued. I just want to show you guys this. This is Miss Dior Cherie. Look at this, you guys. This also has the houndstooth on the bottom and then the CD on top. So I used to wear this a long time ago when I was younger. I always liked it. I'm not sure why they discontinued this fragrance. It is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I have it here. I might as well just top it up here. I don't know why they discontinued this, you guys. It's really a shame. It really is a shame. Yeah, really nice. Almost like a strawberry champagne smell. Very sparkly, bubbly. A little bit boozy to me even. Oh, it's just awesome. So, Miss Dior Cherie, if you have a chance to test it out or try it, you should, because I think that this one blows away any of these ones. The Blooming Bouquet, Absolutely Blooming, the EDT, EDP, I think, and also even the other reformulations from what I've tried. This one totally blows them out of the water, and I really enjoy that. Okay guys, so those were my thoughts on these fragrances, Miss Dior collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to add anything about reformulations or any information about this line, your favorite from the line, your least favorite, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about that and learn more about this, because yeah, all I hear about is just reformulations, and how everything was so much better back then. And it's a shame, but that's the way it is nowadays. It seems like everything's being reformulated, and it's kind of like, kind of sad. But anyways, so I hope you guys, as I said, enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.